Barbara Joseph for the owners, H. Joseph, Barb's hubby, Peter, RK and PJ Hatch, also S. Kimber, P. Carroll and B. Woods, P. Robertson, M. Perry, G. Monaghan and B.J. Murray. Corey Brown, the winning rider. As I say, they purchased this fella as a tried racehorse and they've had a heck of a lot of fun with him and they've won a heck of a lot of money with him. So it was a very good deal. Number 1, the winner, Goodwood, Corey Brown. 2 4 second, Stop Flirting by Just a Dancer from The Image, Neil Campton, Rod Quinn, and number 6, third, El Montezar Zabeel, Court, Graham Rogers and Len Beasley. 3 ran 4th, Starwood. The time was 2:04.40, 35:17, the sectional time. Quinella $13, Exacta $21.90, and the trifecta $85.70. She does a lot of travelling, Barb. She has the 2 stables in Canberra, and also she trains a few out of her home territory at Bombarda. But I think the bulk of the horses on those that are racing consistently come out of the Canberra establishment, and she's not afraid to travel. She'll go to Melbourne. She's up here regularly, and of course to the country tracks here and there, and she deserves every win that comes her way. Half a neck the winning margin, half a neck by 2.5 the margins on race 5. Okay, here it takes.
Again, Perth.
Number 1, the winner, Goodwood, paid $4.40 and $2.30. Number 4, second, Stop Flirting, $2.50. No third for 6, El Montezar.
4th favourite, Our White Diamond, right at the end of betting. At best. Off and running this time, and Misconviction, one of the first out. Angel of Darkness going quickly, and further out from the north is heading up towards the front. Attila Lass is nice and handy. Mrs. Weisig is going forward now from the north, headed by Mrs. Weisig from Attila Lass just behind those. Quiet Style will settle back 4th, followed on the outside of it by Our White Diamond. 2 lengths further back, Angel of Darkness, followed by Misconviction. Then came Lady Baton. Jewel of the Pride is tracking out deep over on the inside. Then Wellington Dreamer. 2 to Forest Flame, and last of all, Tinakajua. Fairly keen pace early, and Mrs. Weisig, the outsider, took it up 1.5 lengths in front of From the North, and Attila Lass faces the breeze. 2 then to Quiet Style over on the inside, 4th, 5th outside at Our White Diamond. 2 lengths further back, Angel of Darkness, followed by Misconviction. Jewel of the Pride 3 deep. 1 to Wellington Dreamer, 1/2 further back, Forest Flame from Lady Baton, and 2 to Tinakajua, 650 metres to go. Mrs. Weisig nearly a length in front. Attila Lass has gone up a clear second over on the inside. From the North is running 3rd. Just behind it, off the fence, Quiet Style, and on the outside of it, Our White Diamond. Then Misconviction, and further back, Jewel of the Pride, followed by Angel of Darkness. Off midfield is Wellington Dreamer. On the turn, Mrs. Weisig on the inside, about 3/4 in front now from Attila Lass. Quiet Style into the clear from Our White Diamond. Wellington Dreamer trying to get clear. Then Misconviction and Forest Flame. Mrs. Weisig at the 250. A length Attila Lass, followed further out by Quiet Style. Misconviction. Wellington Dreamer getting a late run through. Mrs. Weisig in front. Misconviction on the outside. Wellington Dreamer coming home hard in the middle. Wider out as Misconviction. Wellington Dreamer hit the lead, and Wellington Dreamer's got up to win 3/4. Might be Forest Flame and those. Misconviction 2nd and 3rd. Quiet Style just behind those from Mrs. Weisig. Then Angel of Darkness, followed by Attila Lass, Our White Diamond, Tinakajura, Long Gap, Lady Baton, then Jewel of the Pride, and last of all is From the North.
Number 3, Wellington Dreamer, 450, 220. 9, Forest Flame at 290, and 6, Misconviction, 270.
On the Super Tab, number 3, Wellington Dreamer, 460 and $2 even. 9, Forest Flame to pay $330. 6 for third, Misconviction, $290. Treble 733, $243.
D. Oliver, too strong. Number 3 gives Mick Price a double. Wellington Dreamer has scored. The judge calling on the photo for the minors, Forest Flame and Misconviction. The 2 in the photo for the minors, 3 and a photo. 3 and a photo. Wellington Dreamer, D. Oliver. Coming from a fair way back to score here. And the judge looking at the print for the minors here to separate Misconviction, and on the outside, Forest Flame. Mrs. Weisig, the outsider, taking up the lead after the first 300. Still a length in front with about 200 to go. She's run a bonny race out in front. But she just started to fold late. Restricted mare, and Wellington Dreamer got her from Misconviction and Forest Flame, and Quiet Style just behind the winner. Very, very close for second. Judge still looking at this print to separate Forest Flame and Misconviction, so there's obviously only an ace in that.
Get the result in a moment. Let's go back to Exhibition Park. Here's Dave.
Yeah, it's all clear now after a exciting Look of Australia pace race 5. 5 Steel Garden coming from Oblivion to score over 9.
Off And immediately Yippee-Yi-Oh dropped out to last, and Confiscate is one of the early leaders with Zar Royale. Midwest going up looking for the front spot, and Fearnor's going with it and settling. Fearnor leads narrowly over Midwest. Confiscate third and Zar Royale fourth, then Irish Air, Dr. Squill, followed by Bombast. A link Masterful Lad as they string out a little from Ronzino over the rising final forecast. 2 lengths to Lucky Bear on the inside of Babu's Boy, and 2.5 to Yippee-Yi-Oh. Onto the 1,000 they travel. Fearnor the leader, 3/4 of a length on Midwest. A length and a half away third at this stage is Confiscate. Irish Air the inside, and then Zar Royale. Bombast inside of Dr. Squill from Masterful Lad, Ronzino. Over the rising over on the rails from final forecast, Babu's Boy, Lucky Bear. And Yippee-Yi-Oh brings up the rear, and he's about 10 lengths off the leader Fearnor at the 650. Fearnor 3/4 of a length Midwest. In third, Posse Confiscate, followed by Masterful Lad improving, then Irish Air and Zar Royale. Dr. Squill and then Bombast. Yippee-Yi-Oh going around the outside from Ronzino. Over the rising Babu's Boy, and Lucky Bear is last. Homeward bound. Fearnor and Midwest taken on by Confiscate. A length the Masterful Lad, then Irish Air, final forecast. And on the extreme outside, Yippee-Yi-Oh. Confiscate hits the front, 200 to go. Narrowly from Midwest, final forecast coming home well, Dr. Squill and Yippee-Yi-Oh. It's Confiscate the leader, final forecast trying doggedly, but Confiscate hanging on. And Confiscate beat final forecast and Yippee-Yi-Oh, followed by Dr. Squill over the rising Midwest, Ronzino, Lucky Bear. Irish Air, Fearnor, followed by Bombast. At the head of the rest came Babu's Boy, Masterful Lad, and the very heavily backed Zar Royale, Stone Motherless.
Number 2, Confiscate, to return $7.70 and $2.80. 9 final forecast, $2.20. 1 Yippee-Yi-Oh, $2. 10 and 2 daily double, $252.
Rod Quinn, $8.90 in New South Wales, a win, and $3.20 for the place. Number 9 is second. Final forecast written by Johnny Marshall, $2.20. And number 1, Yippee-Yi-Oh, written by Mark de Montfort, third, $1.70. Quinilla, $27.20. Exacta, $48.40. Trifecta, $198.40. Here's a real Rosehill horse, this fella, Confiscate. He's had overall 40 starts for 12 wins, 4 seconds and 3/3. He's had 12 runs at this track for 5 wins, a second and a third. And at the track in 1500, the distance of the race, 6 starts for 3 wins. He's by Sir Tristram from Winsomely, a bay gelding, a 6-year-old, John Hawkes, and the inform Rod Quinn seen to advantage. Number 9 is second, final forecast by Terse from Light Me Up, a brown gelding, 4 Clary Connors, John Marshall, and Yippee-Yi-Oh, number 1 by Interstellar from Yodels, Chestnut Gelding, 5 Alan Denham, Mark de Montfort, and the 4th went to number 8, and that was Dr. Squill. 1:31.06 the time, and 34.71 the last 600 metres. Well, Zar Royale went ordinarily, to say the least. Very heavily supported. Zar Royale on the tote ended up at 6-1 when they jumped away.
At the barrier Perth.
Never ever raised the hopes of its supporters. Now, the winning margin in the previous, it was only a slender margin in favour of the winner, Confiscate, a short half head with a neck between second and third, repeating 1:31.06, a short half head by a neck. Now totes.
They're off and running this time, and away they go, and on the inside, Most Elegant bounce very quickly. Had the lead early if it wanted it, but there's a couple rushing around the outside, mainly Trips and Storm Rebel on the outside, and Civil List is poking forward now up to third. Settling down now, Trips has it on the inside of Storm Rebel. They got into a bit of a speed battle early and put it on about 3 lengths in front of Civil List. A length Let's Cut Loose, followed by Most Elegant back on the inside 5th. Then Old Man shuffled out wide on the outside of Raging Force. He has to go back on Old Man. Then Bronze Roulette and Propose a Toast, 8.50 out. Storm Rebel on the outside and Trips, and they slapped on the speed. About 4 lengths in front of Civil List, a length and a half further back, Let's Cut Loose. Over on the inside of it then came Most Elegant, Wonder Raging Force. Old Man has caught 3 deep from Bronze Roulette, and last of all, Propose a Toast. Trips about a neck in front of Storm Rebel, 5.50 out. 3 lengths further back in the race, then Civil List on the outside of Most Elegant, who works into the race pretty quickly. A length and a half, Let's Cut Loose off the bit. Then Bronze Roulette and Old Man. Storm Rebel got the lead from Trips when they turn. Moving up to third, Civil List and Most Elegant inside it. They're after this leader now, Storm Rebel in front, but Civil List has got it. With back on the inside of it, Most Elegant going down to the 250. Civil List and Most Elegant 2 lengths to the boulder. Bronze Roulette coming home well. Civil List in front. Bronze Roulette's got them. Bronze Roulette over the top of them, and Bronze Roulette A half-length Civil List, a length away third. Most Elegant, then Old Man, a gap Storm Rebel, Raging Force, Let's Cut Loose. Trips had to drop off, and last of all, Propose a Toast.
Number 9, Bronze Roulette, 61, 10 and 630. 5 Civil List at 190 and Foremost Elegant 170.
9 Bronze Roulette, 71, 70 and 670. 5 Civil List to pay 210. Foremost Elegant to pay 160. More from Melbourne shortly. Replay concluding stages, Exhibition Park.
To the whip as they swing. We're out wide of the Bagman, coming again at Clayton's Guitar. One Shoe Light running on, and so's Lillian Francis, but the Bagman put it beyond doubt. He strode away, and the Bagman wins it very, very easily. Second will be Lillian Francis, and third Clayton's Guitar. Good run, that. Out wide of Colossus, never in it really. Gala Strike, One Shoe Light. Bright Red New Walk didn't finish it off. Over the Midnight Affair, who had a torrid trip.
630 from 5 Civil S 190, Foremost Elegant 170. The Quinella 245.90. The Exacta is $540.90. The 954 Trifecta 1,000.
They're off this time. Kinzafra and Symphony Time drop out the back. Nimble Feet runs to the early lead from Sir Anthony and Sound Lyric. Then French Legend, followed by Mithrander, a little more than a length to Kinzafra through on the inside of Inga, and 3/4 to a length further away Symphony Time. Nimble Feet at the 1200 is being taken on for the lead by Sir Anthony. And Sir Anthony hits the front now clearly from Nimble Feet. Sound Lyric next, followed by Mithrander racing up on the outside and passing Sound Lyric to move into third spot, and then French Legend closely attended by Kinzafra, Inga being next to last and about 2 lengths to Symphony Time. Sir Anthony makes play for Mark de Montfort coming onto the side of the track and going to the 800. He has a lead of about a length and a half. Mithrander on the outside of Nimble Feet. A length and 3/4 gap then coming Sound Lyric, and 3/4 to Old French Legend on the outside. 2.5 Kinzafra. Next to last being Inga, and 3 or 4 lengths to Symphony Time. No change. Onto the corner, 550 to run. Sir Anthony leading out nearly 2 lengths on Mithrander, the favourite. The inside is Nimble Feet, and then Sound Lyric. Kinzafra over on the inside, and then French Legend as they swing into the home straight and set sail for the judge. And Sir Anthony 2 lengths on Mithrander, given a crack with a whip, and then comes on the inside Nimble Feet. Kinzafra's taken to the outside. He's picking up some ground. Sir Anthony still leads, 150 to go. Kinzafra on the outside is coming home doggedly now. Sir Anthony in front. Kinzafra's almost got it, has, and Kinzafra comes away. There's a nice win by Kinzafra over Sir Anthony, and third Mithrander, followed in by Symphony Timing, Nimble Feet, and the last 2 Sound Lyric and French Legend.
Number 1 Kinzafra, 340, 165 Sir Anthony, 140, 2 Mithrander, 140.
And having its first Australian run today, came down the outside, quickly gobbled up Sir Anthony. Mithrander couldn't go on with it, and it was Kinzafra, 310 and 150. Numbers up, 152. Sir Anthony second has paid 150. Number 2 third Mithrander has paid $1.40. Been a very consistent horse in New Zealand. Kinzafra prior to today had the 8 starts, 3 wins, a second and 3/3. And Johnny Sires now training him for Mrs. S. Lianto, Mrs. D. Gunawan, H. Day, KKC and UH Liu. By Kinjate from Zafra, hence the name Kinzafra. A Bay Gelding 4 and Len Beasley in the saddle. Scored by about a half to 3/4 of a length in 1:30.95. That's just on 2 seconds outside the record, and 34.74 was the sectional time. Quinella paid $8.20 there, with the trifecta at $30.10 and the Exacta $14.60. Now the runner-up, namely Sir Anthony by Spectacular Spy from Ballyfaloo. He raced in an event at Canterbury last Sunday. He was well on the market. He got well back in the field. Sir Anthony did very little, but in this smaller race this afternoon, and he was able to go to the front and de Montfort dictate, but couldn't hold out Kinzafra, who looks as though he's got a pretty good future ahead of him. Winning margin a half length with 1.5 second and third. And now the totes. Number 1 Kinzafra on the daily double with 2 confiscate the first leg, paid $33.60. $33.60. It was 310, 150 number 1, 150 number 5, 140 for number 2. Quinella $8.20, Exacta $14.60, and the trifecta $30.10. Last of the day, 8, 14, 15 out 12 going around.
1350 metres, the distance of the Courier Mail Classic. The lights are on. They're racing and Laurie's Lottery was fast away. Cheer On is going forward in the early part and beginning nicely too. Huge Jet and Uncle James is ridden with some urgency in the early stages. Dasher Bay is kicking up along the inside. Laurie's Lottery is about 5 wide in the first 200 metres, but he's surging up towards the leaders. De Broek is next on the inside, followed then by Helm. Mr. Innocent is caught a little bit deep. Bet on a Road, Mono Joker drifting back in the field with Ruby Call. Kilimanjaro's off the track, getting well back off the paces. Black Bean. Spend is fourth last with Lars Zagaletta. Then Heavenly Set and Bagadino's at the rear. Coming down the side, Uncle James showed the way. It's Uncle James leading by a neck. Huge Jet is second on the outside. Dasher Bay securing a beautiful run. He's a length and a half away third, racing on the inside of Laurie's Lottery, who's trailing nicely in fourth berth. Mr. Innocent is right off the track, but going forward, Cheer On Hell next, followed then by De Broek on the inside. Mono Joker, Bet on a Road well back, and Ruby Call is wide with Arimathea heading for the judge. Now 350 metres to go. Uncle James leads the way. Mr. Innocent is dashing quickly on the outside. Laurie's Lottery is under a bit of pressure. Dasher Bay trying to go with Mr. Innocent, but Mick sent him away at the 200. Mr. Innocent, he's nicely clear. He bursts 3 lengths in front of Helm. Arimathea running on strongly on the outside, and Spend is making up plenty of ground late with Black Bean, but it's Mr. Innocent in front. Oh, look at Black Bean flying home. He got to within a length of Mr. Innocent on the line, but Mr. Innocent has beaten Black Bean. It's tight for third, Helm or Spend, followed in by Arimathea, La Zagaletta. The next one home was Cheer On, then Mono Joker, Dasher Bay. De Broek was well back in the field with Ruby Call, Bet on the Road, Heavenly Sid, Bagadino. Laurie's Lottery pulling up very quickly after going over the line, then Kilimanjaro, Uncle James, and Huge Jet, the last one home.
Number 2, Mr. Innocent, 690, 280, 9 Black Bean, 270, 3 Spend at 340 or
2 Mr. Innocent to return $7.50 and $2.80. 9 Black Bean, $2.50. Those for third. 5 Helm at $3.70 or number 3 Spend $3.20. Daily double 2 and 2 $53.10. 435 correct weight race 3 Perth.
Scott Seaman. Number 12 Arimathea is third, written by Michael Carl. 2-9-12. Officially fourth was number 5 Helm. Helm was officially fourth. 2, 9, 12 and 5 with number 3 officially fifth.
Okay, 12 for third there, Arimathea to pay $6.30. Let's go out to Exhibition Park. David.
Yes, they're on the track here now. In fact, they've been called to the start for the fast class race today. The Prime Television pace in the ring. Equal favourites, My Turnberry and the Porsche at about 6-4. 7-2 or thereabouts.
Fairly out towards the centre with Slavonic. Ashton began okay with Radiant Sword. From the outside is Hula Wonder when they settle down, but Plute's in front. From Hula Wonder, Sudden Treasure, followed by Ashton. Over on the inside there, further back was Radiant Sword, who just had to ease back. Coup de Grace around it. Slavonic further back in the field. They're followed over on the inside by Savoke, Abrazar, and 2 lengths last of all, Ken Rose. Hula Wonder from the outside and Sudden Treasure. They are the leaders from Coup de Grace, now up third. Fourth is Plute from Radiant Sword. The outside, then Dane Power. Then Ashton, Slavonic around it from Savoke, and then all a blur. Abrazar and Ken Rose. Before the turn, Hula Wonder from Sudden Treasure outside at a length and a half further back, Plute. From Coup de Grace on the outside, and then came Dane Power, Slavonic, and Ashton and Savoke back on the inside. Sudden Treasure going up after Hula Wonder, who leads the neck in the straight. From Plute to third, and Slavonic coming down the middle, coming home well. And Savoke is getting up on the inside. Hula Wonder being tackled by Slavonic out in the middle. Savoke back to the inside, followed by Plute, but Slavonic hit the front, in front of Savoke and Slavonic. Slavonic and next Savoke, 3/4 to a length away third, Hula Wonder, then Dane Power. Further back was Plute, followed by Abrazar. Ashton didn't come on. Behind those, Sudden Treasure from All the Blur, then Ken Rose. Well back was Radiant Sword, and Coup de Grace is last of all.
And winner number 2, Slavonic, 5-10 to even, 10 Savoke at 8.40 and 3 Hula Wonder, 2.20.
And on Super Tab, number 2, Slavonic to return $6.10 and $2 even. 10 Savoke to pay $8.40 and 3 Hula Wonder, $2.20.
Slavonic, he tracked wide, but he picked them up after Hula Wonder had beaten off Sudden Treasure. He came down the middle, hands and heels here from Damien Oliver. And Slavonic has capped a pretty big day here for local trainer Mick Price, with 3 wins for the day. Urge in the second, Wellington Dreamer in the 5th, and then completing the treble here with Slavonic in race 7. Slavonic right out in the middle after Hewler Wonder Sudden Treasure turned in front of Plute. The outsider Savolk went back to the fence, and then right down the centre came Slavonic. Hands and heels. He was getting enough out of him, Damien, to pick up Hewler Wonder and Savolk, and it's been a pretty soft win by this horse. He never really put any pressure on him. Hands and heels, never drew the whip, and he's won it probably about a neck, just on a neck to a half neck on the post, but a confident ride and a good win. Number 2, Slavonic. Second is Savolk. He's a restricted horse. We're talking about him actually as he left the yard here. He's a Class 1 horse, and he's run the race of his life so far in his short career. Gee, it was a nice run. And third place in going to the filly Hewler Wonder. She worked from an outside gate, and she's got into third placing ahead of number 7, which is Plute. Fourth and fifth in 11 Dane Power, who tracked deep, and Abrazar.
Okay, more from there shortly. 2:10.3 Melbourne. Let's pick up the concluding stages. Canberra.
Left him alone. Row the Boat. How would they beat him? Row the Boat wins it from Kai B and Vic and My Turnberry, the late finishing third. The Porsche never ever in it from Royal Choice. Prepoten's Bow Trick and What a Whizzer.
Let's go back to Dave.
Yes, Row the Boat winning the money here from 7 Kai B and Vic and 8 My Turnberry, 178. Scott Osmond, the winning driver. 4 3/4 by 2.5. 2:45 the time, mile rate 24.1. And it is all clear now after race 7. 1 to go.
Thanks, Dave. We'll be back to you for that last. It's 4:24, the National Racing Service. Totes. Sydney race 7, 152, 1.
Buff. Skylarking about 3/4 of a length, slow to go. Sanjani and Cedar Rapids hit the lead together, but Cedar Rapids at the end of 150 runs to the front from Callista and Triple Storm, moving up wider out. Regal Zero, nice and handy. Then Sanjani followed at the head of the others, then by Dancer's Pride. Mighty Padrille on the inside from Flagrant, Skylarking, and then Oh What a Dancer, Bold Nuage and Apache King as the tail ender. Working onto the side near the 800, Moses has Cedar Rapids, 3/4 Callista, Triple Storm is third, followed by Sanjani on the inside, a length the Regal Zero. On its outside, Dancer's Pride racing wide out, followed by Oh What a Dancer, and a break then to Skylarking, Mighty Padrille, a length to Flagrant, Apache King, and Bold Nuage is last of all. 500 out in the last here at the Gardens, and Cedar Rapids shows the way. 3/4 of a length on Callista. Third posse is Sanjani from Regal Zero, who's been given every possible hope. Triple Storm on its outside, and then comes Dancer's Pride. 300 left to go. Callista joins Cedar Rapids, who looks beaten, and here's Regal Zero zooming down the centre at the 200, and Regal Zero hits the front from Sanjani second. Apache King is coming up on the inside. Mighty Padrille down the outer. Regal Zero the leader. Apache King and Mighty Padrille. Regal Zero, I reckon he's just got there from Mighty Padrille and Apache King at a tight finish, followed by Sanjani, Bold Nuage, and then a gap to Callista and Skylarking. Cedar Rapids followed by Flagrant, Triple Storm. Second last in the race was Dancer's Pride, and Oh What a Dancer, a distant last.
The one the money was for. 6 Regal Zero, $3 and 180. Number 5 Mighty Padrille, $2.40, and 3 Apache King, $3.20.
And the two of them in a head-bobbing finish, going to the line, locked together. Oh, gee, this outside horse is close, but hasn't made it. Number 6 is the winner. Number 6 is the winner, Regal Zero, landing some very, very big bets. Written by Lenny Beasley. Happy day for Len, and a happy day for John Size. Number 6, $2.80 and $1.70. Terrific finish to the last. Number 5, Mighty Padrille, written by John Marshall, has paid $2.30. Number 3 in the third spot, Apache King, has paid $2.90. Quinella, $9.40. Exacta, $17.10. The trifecta, $151.10. And the superfecta numbers to come, because it's a very, very big pool, and it'll be interesting to see if somebody or some persons have been able to snare same. Those numbers will be up shortly. The time was 1:18.13, a record until broken. 35.62 was the sectional time. And that winner, Regal Zero, trained by John Size, his first start for John, and obviously the new owners here, T. Stuckey and Miss P. Yan. By Victory Prince from 0 Hour, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding. Lenny Beasley aboard, beating Mighty Padril, trained by Ronnie Quinton. By Zophany from Dancing Padril, John Marshall aboard. And the third horse, number 3, Apache King from the Jack Denham stable, by Wajib from Native Thriller, ridden by Brian York.
Moving in Perth.
And the 4th, 5th and 6th to come. OK, let's check totes that we have. Regal 0, very heavily back, 280 and 170. Hope somebody's benefited. Number 5, 230. Number 3, 290. Quinella 940. Exacta 1710. Trifecta 151.10. And we can't help you with the superfecta placings at the moment.
Almost
going
set Perth.
elsewhere, and I'll call you back shortly when more news is available here at the track.
Just about set Perth. Brisbane follows. 1 Natural Mover, 10 350. 2 Stan Gets, Late Mail Special and Favourite, 310 and 160. 3 Rare Mosaic, 13 350. 4
They're off and running. Came out in a good line too. Bright Spot, one of the best away with Palisant over on the inside. Majestic Avenue began okay. And here's King Frederick out in the middle, showing plenty of speed. Starbinder's wider out on the track with Golden Condor, but heading down towards the winning post. King Frederick, Golden Condor and Starbinder back in the middle third. Supreme Yossel fourth. Palisant getting up on the inside of Bright Spot. Then Sheer Kingston, a length and a half, Majestic Avenue. Sylvan Heights followed by Our Grades, and the jumper went back last, Planet Hollywood. Out of the straight, King Frederick in front. Nearly a length of Golden Condor and Starbinder third. 1 to Supreme Yossel fourth. 5th is Palisant on the outside of it. Then came Bright Spot. Then Sheer Kingston, further back Majestic Avenue. There's Planet Hollywood starting to poke forward out 3 deep the jumper. 2 lengths further back Sylvan Heights, and Our Grades is on the inside of it. Up the back they race at the 1600 metre mark now. Belita King Frederick, 1.5 Golden Condor. And on the inside, Starbinder, and Planet Hollywood has gone up outside him. A length further back, Supreme Yossel running 5th. 1.5 then to Sylvan Heights. In a shuffle up, he got caught out 3 deep from Palisant. Then Bright Spot, 2 lengths further back, Sheer Kingston. The inside, Majestic Avenue. And Our Grades last of all. 1400 metres to go. Climbing up the back of the track now, Golden Condor. Nearly 2 lengths in front now from King Frederick. A length and a half, Starbinder. A half then to Planet Hollywood 4th. 2 lengths further back, Sylvan Heights. Just working a little around the outside there of the back on the fence there came Palisant, followed by Supreme Yossel. Moving up is Bright Spot, 2 further back, then Sheer Kingston outside Majestic Avenue, and 2 to Our Grades last of all. They go to the 1,000 metre mark, and even speed on the last, and the leader Golden Condor by 1.5 to 1 3/4. 2 King Frederick, followed by Starbinder. Bright Spot and Sylvan Heights, they're out wide, but they're starting to go forward now from Planet Hollywood. Sheer Kingston's getting onto the back of a couple, starting to tow him into the race now. 2 lengths to Our Grades, further back Majestic Avenue trying to follow home. Then Palisant and Supreme Yossel last of all, 600 out. Golden Condor now from Bright Spot, the middle there. Sylvan Heights, and here's Sheer Kingston. He's travelling up on the outside, making a line of 4. Then came Our Grades out deep from Majestic Avenue. Behind them, Starbinder. Sheer Kingston out deep has quickly gone to Golden Condor when they turn. And out wide at Sheer Kingston to Golden Condor. Starbinder got up on the fence, and then further back, Our Grades out deep. Sheer Kingston hit the front out deep now from Starbinder, Majestic Avenue, and further back, Our Grades. Sheer Kingston a length in front. Oliver going for the 3, and he's got it. Sheer Kingston coming away from Our Grades. Sheer Kingston wins well. A length and a half, Our Grades. A half head away, 3rd Starbinder. Then Majestic Avenue, Planet Hollywood. What a good run by the jumper from